Hello, everyone. Welcome again to K Podcast. I'm just gonna say this. It has been a mess. It has been a whole mess in the whole internet, the whole social media, with Russell Simmons' problem. With all this, his daughter coming out and literally exposing his abusive, you know, relationship with them. And I'm gonna say this, I absolutely believe her. Because this is the thing, many of these celebrities, it's very hard for you to hear their children come outside and actually speak. It's mostly, I'm gonna say, the ones that come outside and speak are mostly the ones that are given a little bit more freedom. You know what I mean? But it's very hard for these kids to come out here and put their business in front street, like the daughter, is it Akio, just did. And she was not the only one who spoke about this particular case. She was not the only one who came out. Her mother, you know, her mother came out as well to actually call him out. Her mother came out as well. And I have all these videos because they've been making tons of videos, posting the whole day. And I'm gonna say this, the way he that they actually describe their relationship, this man is absolutely manipulative. He is absolutely manipulative. And the fact that he knew that his family, like they literally said, they didn't want to come out into social media, they didn't want to bring their family issue to front street so that everybody can hear it. Like they've been keeping and dying in silence, and he knows that they will not come out, so he does it some more. I mean, if you don't speak up, this is literally dying in silence, the actual meaning of dying in silence, because he knew that they would not come out and call him out and literally put his name on front street. So he decided he was going to continue this behavior until she had enough. I mean, you can only push somebody so much before the break and be like, you know what, I am done being silenced. So with it being said, I'm just going to pull up this video. I want you guys to look at this. Let me just bring up this particular first video over here of his daughter, you know, coming out. So hold on, it's loading for a while. Don't know why it's taking long.
So much effort with my dad. I will release my entire WhatsApp log. I'm proud of how I've behaved. I have said I love you, happy Father's Day, whatever. I know things are tough right now, but I will release the whole thing. I'm proud of how I behaved. I've asked for space or for boundaries. I've said, please don't post pictures of mom when you guys are disagreeing. It's like taunting her. Please don't post random baby pictures of all of us together when you guys are in legal issues. And this all started because he got folks talking about my sister. And you guys know me. You don't talk about my sister. That's when I ended. I only follow him because I was in the media and I had no choice because it was like, why is it? I've been trying not to have drama, so I follow him and I try to be peaceful and I say I love you and happy Father's Day when I can. But I mean, this man has left me stranded in a foreign country. As a minor, he cut off my debit card and didn't tell me. I'm in Greece, doing a school trip. I realized all of a sudden I had no money. I go to my teacher, I'm like, my debit card doesn't work suddenly. I don't know what's going on. My mom sent me some money and whatever, but he does really vindictive stuff like that. He'll cut you off out of nowhere. He'll cut off your healthcare. He'll cut off your phone.
I mean, this is absolutely toxic. This is absolutely toxic. And you probably be thinking he's the only man that probably behaves like this. And this is the thing, there are a lot of men that behave like this without even having any kind of money. It doesn't matter if a man is rich or not. If he's a messy person, he's going to be a messy person. And the way he's treating his children is absolutely terrible. It is absolutely terrible. This girl is literally bawling her eyes out in the internet because I'm pretty sure she's coming out because she's done. She needs help. I would just tell her, see, just serve a restraining order on him. If he's abusive, serve him a restraining order, because that is how you get your peace in this particular case. And the fact, I understand when she said she had to follow him because you know she's into modeling and all of that. And I'm like, I do understand. And also, people would ask you, why are you not following your father? So it would be very, very strange for you to be a daughter of his and not follow him on Instagram or any social media. So I do understand that. And at the same time, I feel like they should serve him a restraining order. It's just out of hand.
Phone bill out of nowhere. Like, you'll be a minor just because you disagree, or you say, don't call my all these names. And I don't like to have drama. I want to be a peaceful person. There's so much that I want to do in the world on my own, as my own self, but I cannot just let you taunt me about my mother. And if he says one thing and disagrees with me, I will post it all, because he does it. I have videos of him saying awful things that no one should have to hear about anyone they know, much less their mother. He has called me names. He has called us all house of bitches, all you fuck.
Okay, what kind of father sits around and calls his own daughters bitches and all of that? Like, why would you do that? I would literally, this is why a lot of children don't have contact to their parents. And then people be saying blood is thicker than water. That is nonsense. If your parents are abusive, cut them off. Cut them off.
Cunts, he has called us terrible things. All because I wouldn't take his side in a lawsuit. My mom didn't ask me to take her side. She said, you go to school and you do your thing, and mommy's in some things, but it's I have a phone. No one stops me from talking to him. I'm 20. I just don't always feel like talking to him. And over, he posts stuff and does stuff, and we all say, please stop, I don't want drama, I love my family, I'm sure we'll all work it out, it's gonna be okay, and I don't post anything because I want to have a peaceful family. But this is abusive at this point. And I really feel like my career is over, and it's fine, it's just... And he threatened me with that too, so...
Whoa, he threatened his own daughter. That is... Oh, girl, why are you still talking? You should have cut the contact the first time, immediately when he said he started threatening your career, because that is a dangerous person. I don't care if it's your father, if he's that manipulative, that is toxic, that is a toxic person. And I feel like they should have already came out with his behavior. They should have already exposed him, because that is why they've been dying in silence. Because this is something with a narcissistic person or an abuser. If an abuser sees that you will stay quiet, they will continue abusing you. They will continue because they feel like you cannot run, you cannot escape. There is no way for you to run. And they will continue to do it until somebody ends up, in the dish. Until it literally explodes. And I'm gonna say this. I actually like the fact that she had to come out, because this might have gone in the wrong direction, the way it's happening, and the fact that he's literally threatening them, abusing them, calling them all kind of names, talking bad to his daughters about their mother. That is absolutely crazy. That's absolutely crazy, because this is the thing. When you are a single mother or a single dad, people always tell you, don't talk bad about your spouse to your children. This is no. This is insane.
Maybe my career is over. You know what? I used to work at a refugee camp. I'll do that again. I'll be a doctor. I don't give a fuck. And I can never get a job in entertainment again. But you cannot just abuse your kids behind closed doors and not take accountability. Maybe I'll regret this when I'm older and I wanted to be a model and now I can't be. I don't know. But you don't get to do this. You don't get to do this. I'm sorry, and something tells me deep down that I'm gonna, I'm not gonna regret this. You don't do that. It's wrong.
Like, this man has his whole family broken, like literally, and with his own doing. Not the wife, even. Even the wife actually did come out. She literally cried in one of the videos talking about she was standing behind these people and all her friends, nobody's literally backing her. Nobody's there. And she just have to be quiet all the time. And I'm like, of course, I mean, with a name like his, of course, he feels like if he comes out, everybody's gonna back him. And that's the thing with people that fill their own head with too much power and they think they have a lot of power. When things like this get exposed to the real world and people do see you for who you really are, whatever power you might have had is gonna just literally sink, because a lot of people are not going to be giving you the same respect anymore. That respect will be taken away from you, and a lot of people will actually see you like a villain and not want to associate themselves, even business wise, with you, because now you are the bad guy. Everybody knows you are the bad guy. Now, this is the thing that I always say: even if you have power, a celebrity or anything, especially, I normally say, if you get famous, that is the worst part, the worst stage you can absolutely misbehave. That is the time you need PR team, you need people to literally, tell you what you can do and what you can't do. Because when you're famous, you just don't go out doing or misbehaving in front street. You don't do it, because you be hit, you be getting lawsuits, people be coming at you. But the fact that he's doing this to his own family is very distasteful. And I don't know why. Even the wife talked at one point that they actually blocked him, and all these people that have been talking about, oh, they have photos of them, that they were lying. I'm just gonna let this girl just finish this, because I feel so sorry for her. I feel really sorry for her. The fact that she was in Greece and he literally didn't help. He was like, well, you chose your mother's side. Unbelievable.
And literally, I have not been able to say anything because, so I've just moved out recently. And a lot of people, when I'm working and modeling, I'm so grateful. They'll say to me, oh, I met your dad 10 years ago. He's so wonderful. And I'm working, so I'm just like, yeah, I mean, there's great parts to him, and we used to be very close because that's how I make money to move out. He won't give me any money, which is fine. You don't have to give me money. I'm 20. I'm over 18. I don't know. But then I can't also speak out against him without him messing up my job.
So he doesn't give her money. Okay, what if she would still be in school? She's 20, like she said. I mean, he could still be paying for college or something, for university or something. So he's not giving her money. She has to go out and make her own money. And then he still have to be there threatening her with her job that she has to work for. Like, what kind of a father? I feel like they kept this on the below for so long that it got worse, it got bad to this stage. And I'm just waiting to see what Russell has to say about this, because I had a video of him literally, she posted this video of her having the is it face, how you call it, like she was having a chat with the dad, and he was just screaming at the camera the whole time. He was just screaming the whole time. And I'm like, I don't think you need evidence after that. I don't think you need evidence after that.
No, but I know it's going to start more drama, but it's been years. All that money, they're crying about nothing. Russell Simmons doesn't give me any money. More drama, but it's been years. I've been in the drama for morning. You're 70, like, grow up. And I never wanted to do this because I'm like working so hard. just to try and have like my own life and do what I enjoy doing. I just graduated college. I just got to New York. I might not even have a job now. I don't fucking know. Never baby downfalls, you know. I guess if the name helped you get the job, might help you lose the job. I don't fucking know. But I just feel like I did everything with so much patience, and it's like, but you're not gonna text me over and over, calling my mom this and that, and telling my sister this and that, and sending people to threaten my sister. He sent someone to threaten my sister at her house. You know my sister's a nice person. She's a quiet person. Ming would never do this. He sent someone in the middle of the night to like take her some papers to like sign away her inheritance or whatever. And then she was like, should I be signing this? And I was like, what? He like sends people to threaten her. And you know Ming is a calm person. No, please stop with the bullshit about I hope you find peace and privacy and this is venting. I have been dealing with this my whole life. This is not new. It's not new drama. I already live in the drama, so now I'm just sharing. This is not... There's no therapy you can go to with someone who weaponizes the fact that you don't want to go public, right? Because when he posts something and then I don't respond, because I'm like, I don't want to have drama. And so he's been weaponizing that we don't want to... have drama. I'm not... I care about my family. I don't like to have this out there. But he uses that against you. Well, what are you going to do about it? You're not going to say something. So now I'm saying something. And if you're going to say one more thing about, like, you should be in private in therapy, get off, please. Because I'm telling you, he uses that against me, and I'm not going to have it. And my sister and my mother, and I'm not going to have it.
Like I was checking the commentary section, and I'm gonna say a lot of people were like, it's your father, just forgive him. And I'm like, oh my God, because this is how you keep toxic people around. When you tell somebody to continue having a relationship with a toxic person, you are enabling the toxic person, the abuser. I don't believe in eat your blood, forgive him, do this. No. Cut that person off. Cut him off. Make sure they don't have any kind of, connection with you. Make sure that you don't have anything to do with them at all, even work-wise. And I feel like the reason why he has so much power over these girls, job, is because they've been keeping quiet. They've never told anybody about his abuse. They've never told anybody about his abuse. Like she said, people would come to her and be like, oh, I met your father. He's such a nice person. And she wouldn't say anything bad about him. She wouldn't say anything bad about him, but just say, oh, sometimes. And yet this man continues to literally make their life miserable. Let me see if I can find that video where he was literally yelling at the phone at her. She muted it, by the way.
And he's going to spin the whole narrative about, oh, your mom turned you against me. I am very independent-minded. You can ask my mom. She has an issue with me every day since I was 4. I want to cut my hair. I want to move out. I want to do this. And she's like, we negotiate all the time. I'm not the type to like, whatever you say, mommy. I'm like kind of an independent individual in that way.
So this is the video, by the way, of him. Like look at his face. He's not saying anything nice to that girl. And this girl is not lying. This is how he talks to his own daughter. Like, this is the thing. They have been keeping this on the low for a long time. You only embolden the abuser when you hide. When you hide all the time and never bring your pain where everybody can see and call him out on it, he's just gonna continue doing it. Now look at the whole video. I mean, this is long, and this was is it FaceTime? They were FaceTiming each other, something so, and he was behaving this way to her. like an insane person. Like an insane person. And I don't want to even know. I don't want to even know what he's saying to her. And I understand why she muted it, because I'm pretty sure she doesn't want any of us to hear what this man had been saying. I'm pretty sure she doesn't want. And then they texted each other. Let me see where I can find that text message, because I got the whole tea over here of what has been happening. And I feel so bad for their family. I really do. I feel really, really terrible. I mean, I'm not the one doing it, but I feel like the way they allow this man to behave for a long time is probably the reason why it's this way. Let me see the text message where, okay, it's here. Let me just bring up this video over here with the text message.
Posting a lot of disturbing messages coming from her father, as well as a muted FaceTime call that she had with him, where she stated all he was doing was screaming and shrilling. But let's just hear it from her own words.
I don't know. He's older. Bipolar changed. The couple texts I just had, those are only the beginning. I'm gonna go through them if he's gonna. I don't want to post a ton. But if he tries to say that, like, it's not happening, I have screen recordings, I have voice memos of things that it doesn't sound like a human being. He's like shrieking and yelling, and I mean, he sounds like possessed.
Now, she posted a series of messages between her and her father, and they go a little bit like this. She started at the top and says, "I'm out here praying for you and hoping everything goes well." And then she said, "And you called my mother a piece of Russell Simmons replied back and says, "Neutral my butt. I don't even appear in media, and your mother has stolen my money and the love of my kids, as she promised that she is actually," and then it's been redacted. His daughter replied back and says, "She did not steal it. You lost it." And then he said that she is a piece of a, and his daughter replied back and says, "Understand, you lost it with your actions." And now I'm assuming that has something to do with the relationship between Russell Simmons and Kimora Lee Simmons, and maybe whatever Russell was doing within the marriage that caused him to basically lose it. She also posted this where she told her dad that she loved him and happy Father's Day, and he replied back, "I love you." Now you can pause to read this, but I'm just going to paraphrase it a little bit. At the very top, she stated that her interactions with her father has caused her to be on emergency medication. And in this section right here, she basically says that he was talking to her and yelling at her about stuff, which includes legal stuff, but she's a child and she has nothing to do with it. And then in this section of the message, she stated that he's putting way too much emphasis and screaming and yelling on the conversation. She basically can't take it. In this portion, she basically said that anytime he would speak, it would cause her to have an anxiety attack. And then she followed up and says, "You have to at least respect, I'm putting my
middle of the night to like take her some papers to like sign away her inheritance or whatever. And then she was like, should I be signing of the night to like take her some papers?
This particular person in question, because I could go in on a few of them one by one. But it's funny how this particular person, if you again go look back, you'll see on their page that they post all these pictures like we're together, like we're friends. They've even posted pictures and then said like, I just got off the phone with my kids. They sent me this great picture. None of that's true. I like receipts. So of course I have text messages. I have messages from all my kids. You know, you can go and see. And so one day he just kind of cut the kids off. There was no more money coming in, no more like allowance, quote unquote allowance. I think he probably did that just to double up the expenses on me, which is no problem. I stepped up, I did it. But when he did this, it was around just before finals and graduation. It was some months ago, just before finals and graduation. And he did it without telling the kids or talking to the kids or anything. He did it, it's funny, after he did an interview with, I heard some clips from an interview with this young man. I don't know, but I see him a lot. I think his name is Academic or DJ Academic. Oh, happy Juneteenth, you guys. We're doing all this on Juneteenth. Come on, let it go. Let it out. You should honor them, which I believe you should. But he was saying to the guy, like, I'm so rich. I got this and I got that and I'm this and that. None of that could be further from the truth. You know, he has turned around, and then again, I have records and evidence of this where he's told the kids in writing, we have it, text messages, I'm broke, I this, I that, I can't, you know, go get it from your mom. Now, meanwhile, I have been financially carrying this person probably for the last at least 10 years, myself and my ex-husband. Again, this is all proven with receipts, so if whatever, somebody doesn't like what I'm saying, you know, we can talk about it, we can come, we can open up our receipts. I love it, I love receipts. But I've taken care of this person to the tune of many, many, many millions of dollars to help with their bills, their overhead, their companies that they run into the ground, their unsuccessful bids, all of their stuff. I don't necessarily speak for my kids, but I think I could take probably a good shot at it. They're sleeping right now because it's should honor them with not even 8:30 in the morning. But my two oldest girls, they're young women. They're young women of the world. I think that was very tough for them that their dad like kind of cut them off and cut off conversation and cut off helping them. And he's even said things to them like, why did you go to college? You shouldn't have gone to college. You wasted that money. You could have saved it, while I'm up here trying to hustle.
Okay, that was one of the videos that she made. And this is the thing, this woman had to make, like, I think it was around a 7-minute video. That was one of the videos she made, you know. Then she made another one that was longer because she was trying to explain the whole situation. And then she made another one where she absolutely broke down and cried. And the fact that he's talking about, he's boasting to other people that he's got money and he's got all this money, and then crying to the wife that she took the money. This is why I always tell women, take the bag, and if possible, cut them off too. Because of all this stress, he's stressing the whole family. He's stressing them. So this is another thing. When you're going out and dating and finding, see, some of these men be bringing stress to your life and you ain't even getting nothing from it. You're not even getting anything from it. But I sure tell you what you're getting stress from it. That's why I will never tell a woman to go and marry a man that doesn't have nothing. Because at least if you want to live that stressful behavior, you should be compensated for it. You should be compensated. This is just absolutely, oh my God. Let me just see the other video that she made.
Haven't spoken to him in many months, many months, probably going on years. But I noticed that he started to cryptically post children of divorced parents are oftentimes brainwashed. And I thought, wow, and people really, probably start to believe that in the world, social media, I don't know. People take sides. We all know that. People don't know what they see. You can show them something like this and they're like, I don't know if that was a hand. I don't know what that was. We're not sure, right? You don't know what you see or what you don't see. But I noticed that I got a lot of comments from that. Again, these are all comments and reports because he's blocked. And that's been that way for a while. Also funny to note that he has been blocked for quite a very long time, but yet continues to post messages like, we're friends, we're comrades, we're there. He posts all old pictures of my kids. Basically, in my opinion, my humble opinion, he's, I don't know, delusional and living some kind of a lie, to put it mildly.
So he's been lying and telling people that they are in good times, and they are absolutely not in good times. And I'm just gonna say this: they let this happen for a long time. They allowed it to happen. I'm just trying to find the other video that she made, and let me see. I tried the other one already, and it wasn't going. Let me see if I can find the other videos, because I want to finish this quickly, and I want to finish this stream. It's already almost it's 30 minutes already. We are 30 minutes in already. Let's see. This is the one.
Stood by these people and this man all my life. And I just get so emotional when someone tries to attack my parenting or my family or my kids that have tried so hard. You can see all the press that we've done, all the interviews that we've done. I mean, it's a community thing. These kids graduating from college, high school too. And all my friends, I say the same thing. It's every person knows here that has had graduates. I graduated from college only just recently in the past 5 years. It's tough. They're teenagers developing into young adults now. They have lived their whole life in the public eye, which I guess is a good thing and a bad thing, because it's good because my kids, my family, and so I hope that the public can kind of decipher some of these things and some of this, bullshit. But it's also bad because you grow up and, again, your stuff is in the public eye. You don't get to handle things that
a lot of disturbing messages coming from her father, as well as a muted FaceTime call.
Okay, don't be. I'm just gonna say this. Excuse me, because I'm trying to find one of these videos that she actually talks, so that I can just finish this stream, and get ready for the next one later on. But I'm just trying to look for this, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find this particular video, but it is very important, and I'm looking for it. I can't find it. So just bear with
has
me.
been posting a lot of disturbing messages coming from her father
more than once, because I'm trying to find this particular video of, let me see. Is it the same again?
Has been posting.
Yeah, it's the same again. Let me see. Should have labeled them. Trying to find the one she actually.
This particular person in question, because I could go in on a few of them one by one.
Let me just
but it's
take
funny how
a short break and find this video.
Again, go look back.
Just give me
You'll
sometime.
see on their page that they post all these
Let me find
pictures
this
like we're
video.
together, like we're friends. They've even posted pictures and then said like, I just got off the phone with my kids. They sent me this great picture. None of that's true. I like receipts. So of course I have text messages. I have messages from all my kids. You know, you can go and see. And so one day he just kind of cut the kids off. There was no more money coming in, no more like allowance, quote unquote allowance. I think he probably did that just to double up the expenses on me, which is no problem. I stepped up, I did it. But when he did this, it was around just before finals and graduation. It was some months ago, just before finals and graduation. And he did it without telling the kids or talking to the kids or anything. He did it, it's funny, after he did an interview with, I heard some clips from an interview with this young man. I don't know, but I see him a lot. I think his name is Academic or DJ Academic. Oh, happy Juneteenth, you guys. We're doing all this on Juneteenth. Come on, let it go. Let it out. You should honor them, which I believe you should. But he was saying to the guy, like, I'm so rich.
To like take her some papers to like sign away.
That in the sense that, you know, again, people know me.
Okay, I finally found the video that I was looking for. Okay, let me just play this. This is the last video, by the way, and I'm gonna come with my conclusion about this particular topic, and then we're gonna meet next time. But I'm gonna say this before we go. Please don't forget to leave the like, press the like, and leave a comment, and tell me what you think about this particular, messy situation. Because in my own opinion, I feel like it's because they kept quiet for a long time and they let it slide for a long time. It actually did enable him to treat them worst, because they literally tried to ignore him and thought it was going to go away. But sometimes your problems, like I said before, sometimes your bullies don't run away until you fight them. There are some bullies that some people be like, if you have a bully, ignore them, just move along. Ignore them, pay them no attention. There are other bullies that if you don't pay them attention, it makes them even happier. It emboldens them. It makes them to come after you the more. So now you're going to have to face your bully. And I think they are actually facing their bully right now. And I don't think he's going to be happy, because this is the thing. They have literally put a dent on his image. They've put a dent there. A lot of people will be looking at him sideways now. He probably thought that they were not going to do it because they have not been doing it. She's been silent as the wife for a long time, and that's why he continued doing it. So I'm just going to play this because this is the last video, and I'm going to see you all on the next one. Do not forget to press the like button and subscribe, and I will see you all later on.
You guys know me. Some of you have never met me. You've grown up with me. You've seen my shows. You see my work. You wear my clothes. Others of you know me very well. You know me personally. You know my kids. You know my exes. You know the dads. A lot of people here know both of us, and they know he's wrong. All the friends have said, this is wrong. This is crazy. We don't understand it. But they still support him. I feel like it's one of those things where he's just like a bigger than life kind of, powerhouse. And so he just kind of turns and manipulates the press and people and to believe, anything like gaslighting, like that didn't happen. I didn't do that to you. I didn't do those things to you. I didn't, you're imagining things. How many countless women have said this, have been told this, I should say, or would say this to you? Myself and my two girls who are adults included, You guys didn't just start to see my kids. We didn't just go through a divorce. We went through this divorce, I don't know, 20 years ago, 20 some odd years ago. So this is not a situation, again, you can get receipts, you can go see where they say like, oh, kids been brainwashed, but we've been fine up until these past several years. So, you know, what happened? All of a sudden now the kids are brainwashed. All of a sudden now these young women who are grown women are babies. You know, they have their own relationship with you. You have your own not existent relationship with them. I'm just asking that you please leave us alone. You know, I've tried to go to lawyers and get help. I've tried to show all the crazy texts I've had to block. Like, you do crazy shit like send flowers to yourself and take a picture and post it on the gram and tell everybody I sent you flowers. Again, I have receipts of all of this. I have receipts from your office saying that you sent flowers to yourself without my permission. I have all of this. You guys have never seen it because it just doesn't warrant, you know, it doesn't rise to that occasion. I mind my own business. But please don't attack my children. They've been through so much. Don't attack my family, which is supposed to be your family too. Don't do that because you're at rock bottom. I don't know. Hypothetically, you're at rock bottom. You've hit the bottom. I don't know. You're grasping at straws. I don't know if this is a money grab. I don't really know what this is. I think it's probably all of the above. I have to say I think and allegedly and all these things just so I can be, you know, right in saying like my feelings and how I feel, what I think.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm just gonna say she threw a little bit of shade in there. Is he at rock bottom? I think we better go check on Russell and his finances, because if she's saying he's at rock bottom, fit bottom, I think I'm definitely gonna dig on him and see how his financial topic has been going. Because it could be that he's getting mad about how, you know, getting the bag and moving on and doing better. You know, some men are just bitter if you're doing better than them, or if they're sinking and they see that you're still stable. It could be that. It could be jealousy. Mm-hmm.
But I met this person when I was in high school in St. Louis, Missouri. I was modeling. I was 16 years old. Like, I've known you and everybody knows. Again, that's documented. You can see. I believe I was maybe a sophomore. I know it was before junior prom and senior prom because I went to both of those proms alone with my friends when I was dating them. So it was definitely long before junior and senior prom. I think it was around sophomore year of high school. And again, everybody knows this in my life. You know, I was walking around, they see me. The point of it is I've known you a long time and I've seen lots of stuff and I just choose to not go there. Lots of things that I could say over the time. You know, I'm typically the one that he and others would call to have their back, right? I'm the one that they would call to solidify everything, to validate everything. If you always look, whenever they get into trouble, they always want to hop up on the live and do a half screen with me. Again, this was years ago because we don't speak now. But, you know, I'm always the one that kind of puts out the fire. I'm also the one that always runs to the defense of all my friends. So if you see any other women, certainly women that I've come up with, certainly women that are mothers of my other of my kids that I love, I come to their defense. So if they're down and out or something's wrong, yeah, you're always going to see Kimora, big mouth me, running up to the gate, running up to help. And you know why? It's because I feel like I'm the one that can't be bowled over. Some of these other people can be bowled over. A lot of my women, you know, friends and other moms, they've gone through things. I've lost friends of mine. People have passed on. You know, I've been through a lot. And I've seen where women a lot of times just don't get their just due. They don't get support. They don't have anything to show for their life and their contributions because they depended on a man. I am not that. I'm one of the few. I'm one of the few. And there's a handful.
She's absolutely right with what she said. She's absolutely right. And that is the thing. Ladies, this is the thing. You're gonna have to make sure that you have, if you're gonna be a housewife, you're gonna have to draft a contract that he has to be paying you every month. Yes, you have to come to an agreement that every month this is the amount of money he's gonna be paying you if you are looking for a housewife kind of relationship. And he has to sign it before you get married, before you have kids. And if you want to use that money to invest later, you can actually do your investing. But he still has to provide for his household because that is his duty. Because nowadays, there are men that are out here that are looking for modern and traditional wife at the same time. I have never seen something like that. They are looking for modern wife and traditional wife, all in one. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say this. Thank you all for staying this long. And let me know what you think in the commentary section. Press that like button and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day and goodbye.